Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Don, and I'm coming to you with some crazy gameplay against the Texans this week, in which it comes down to the last play. So tune in.
Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team.
First play of the game, Texans come out of shotgun, and quarterback Trayvon Boykins finds D-Hop on a quick drag. Second down, Texans and more shotgun, and the O-line provides some great blocks, and Miller gets a huge hole up the middle. But you know, some people just can't stay disciplined, and offense gets a holding call, which brings the run back. Penalties won't stop these guys, as quarterback Trayvon Boykins finds the tight end for a 10-yard pickup. After consecutive plays in shotgun, the Jaguars are just simply ready for the pass at this time, and Texans try to find Will Fuller deep, and it's picked off by Logan Ryan, but unfortunately out of bounds. On a huge third down and 10, quarterback Trayvon Boykins steps back, and he tries to find D-Hop on a quick post in, but it's shut down by Randall. Jags line up for the first play, and Bernard McKinley comes right in and gets the tackle. After a quick 3 and out, Texans come back out and hit Will Fuller on a quick screen, and he does his okie doke, and he gets loose on them boys. On another huge third down, Boykins tries to find wide receiver Braxton Miller, but it's shut down by no one other than Damaris Randall. Kid just simply all over the place. Forced the field goal, and the Texans, after a failed first drive, the Jaguars are looking to make some noise, and TJ Yeldon does exactly that, as he gets a huge pickup on the play. Trying to mix up the play calls, Jaguars call some play action. The quarterback finds Allen Hurns for a nice pickup on the play. On their first third down, quarterback Blake Bortles dropped back and finds tight end Thomas to keep the drive alive. The Jags just continue to give different looks as they fake the play to the flats, and Bortles finds Thomas with a dot right up the middle of the field. Texans force a huge 3rd and 9, and Bortles is trying to make his reads. He drops back, and the blitz is just too heavy as Texans get the sack. As any smart team will do, I line up for a field goal and get my 3. Trying to create some pressure, I take a huge risk and blitz my cornerback. Boykins sits back like Peyton Manning, makes his reads, and finds Will Fuller on a deep bomb. Just look at the boy go. I was just pissed at this moment. At this moment, the Texans are just trying to punch it in. I take away the drag route, and cornerback Cloven comes and picks up a great pick for me. Gets 1 yard. After 2 failed run plays, I just think it's time to let Blake Bortles take over, and he gets the huge pickup to keep the drive alive. This Texans owner Chaz is a great player, so I'm simply just trying to give him some different looks. I drop back for the play action and try to get Allen Robinson deep on the play, and he just can't get there in time. Texans force another 4 and out, and they get straight gunning. Boykins gets a rollout and finds Will Fuller deep for another huge pickup. This time gets a touchdown. Not trying to force nothing after that huge touchdown, we decide to pound the ball. Yeldon gets a nice pickup on the play. Why not keep feeding him, man? Bortles hands the ball off to Yeldon, and he gets the first down. Hoping that I got him on his toes some other play action, I drop back with Bortles and find Thomas on a quick drag, and he picks up way more yards than expected. 2nd and 10 on my 23-yard line, I drop back with Bortles, and I find Allen Hurns deep, and he holds on to a tough ball defended by Kevin Johnson. To cap off the successful drive, Yeldon gets a pitch, sheds off a tackle, and gets the touchdown. Texans up 10-13. You got to learn from your mistakes. And Trayvon Boykins made me learn again as I try to get some pressure sent in my corner. Will Fuller goes deep, and he just outruns my corner. Free touchdown, goes up right before the half. Trying to get something started before the half, I set Allen Hurns in motion, hit him in the flats, and the guy ends up hurt. You know how the saying goes, when one guy falls down, another one steps up, and Allen Robinson gets a huge pickup for us. With nothing but scoring on my mind, I decide to draw up a screenplay in which Yeldon is able to break away for a nice pickup on the play. As I come out, I notice that his corner is playing inside, and so I hit Cordell Patterson, who gets a huge pickup. And this is just beautiful defense by the Texans. I notice that he's in cover 2. He brings the blitz. I force the throw, and he ends up with a pick. But it's brought down after 2 yards. Texans come out in hope of scoring right before the half. The O-line holds up for a minute, but Mingos break loose and he gets the sack. Bortles comes out to start the second half. He drops back, look at his reads, no one's open. He breaks away and picks up 7 yards. A host to keep him on his toes, we feed the bus again. He breaks 1 tackle, gets brought right back down. Play action was just huge for me all game as I find TJ Yeldon for another big pickup. He breaks one tackle and just keeps it pushing. Since Hearns went down, we need another wide receiver to step up, and Cordell Patterson does that as he picks up 16 on the play. I decide to slow the game down and pound the rock a little bit. My running back gets a huge pickup on the play. With more play action, I'm able to catch the corner slipping, and I find Allen Robinson, who comes down at the 2-yard line. Down 10 on my 2-yard line, it's nothing else to do but feed the big man as the fullback gets a touchdown. Texans try some play action of their own, and after nobody's open, Boykins rolls out and is chased down by Mingo, who tries to find Fuller deep but is out of bounds. 2nd and 20, Boykins drops back and finds D-Hop for a 14-yard pickup. I force a 3rd and 7, and this is a huge play with the 4th quarter being right around the corner and me down by 3. But Boykins steps back and he finds his man Will Fuller, who gets the first down. Forcing another huge 3rd down for the Texans, we definitely need to stop right here, and Boykins just overthrows D-Hop. Texans are forced to settle for 3, and I'm back to pounding the rock. Yeldon makes a man miss, whoop, and he gets brought down after a nice pickup on the play. Start the 4th quarter coming out of shotgun. J.J. Watt gets the block shed and gets the sack. Being down 6, I figure this is our time to score. Find Julius Thomas on the deep out route, and he gets some nice run after catch yards. Decide to mix it up a little bit more. Line up in some wildcat. Snead gets the ball, makes a man miss, and takes the ball all the way down to the 4-yard line. What else you think we gonna do? We gonna feed them big boys, baby. And Yeldon picks up the touchdown and Jags take the lead. Only being down 1 with 5 minutes left, the Texans decide it's the perfect time to get the clock moving. Lamar Miller gets a great pickup on the play. Being so focused on the pass, Texans make us pay again, and Miller gets a huge pickup right up the middle. 2nd and 7, Texans come out in shotgun. Boykins looks for his reads and is sacked by Telvin Smith, who makes a huge play. Forcing 3rd and 15, I'm thinking this is my time to end the game. Boykins steps back and tries to find D-Hop, but Randall stops him. After deciding to let their defense make the final stand, Texans line up for a field goal, but it's just a little bit too short. 1st and 10, I'm looking to put this game in the dirt. Texans dial up a crazy blitz, forces a fumble, picks it up, change the game. 1st and 6 on the goal line, he stopped. 2nd and 9, tries to find Lamar Miller in the flats, and he stopped. On a huge 3rd and goal, Boykins steps back like he's Big Ben and finds Anderson for the nice pass and a touchdown. After stopping the Texans' 2-point conversion, I'm looking to get into the end zone. Step back, find TJ Yeldon for a nice pickup, gets the ball moving, call a timeout. We step back on 2nd down, notice he's in cover 2, sends Allen Robinson on the streak, and we try to get the quick ball in, and he just comes up short. With 29 seconds left, we can't call much. We find TJ Yeldon, who picks up some nice yards and get down, uses our final timeout. Noticing the linebacker blitz, we find Cordell Patterson on the drag, who gets the 1st down, but most importantly, gets out of bounds. With 17 seconds left and no timeouts, we're just spitballing here. We notice his man coverage and we find Allen Robinson right over the middle, who most importantly gets out of bounds. 10 seconds left, I drop back and try to find Allen Robinson, who just comes up short. With just 6 seconds left, this might be the last play of the game. I try to find Cordell Patterson, the ball is batted down, Snead catches it, inbounds, no timeouts, game over. And what can I say, that was just a crazy finish. Shout out to FNG, shout out to Chaz, it was a great one. Hey, division rivals, I'll see you next time. Until later, I'm signing out. Ayo!